Let's address the problem directly. Verizon eSIM transfer issues often stem from several causes: outdated device firmware, network compatibility mismatches, or incomplete account verification. The transfer process requires porting your mobile number and account details to the new eSIM profile. But this can fail if the original SIM isn't active during the transfer, or if the device is not properly unlocked. As of March 2026, approximately 15 to 20% of eSIM transfers still encounter issues. Knowing this helps frame the solutions. An eSIM, or embedded SIM, is a digital SIM card built into your device. Unlike traditional physical SIM cards that you insert and remove, an eSIM allows you to activate a cellular plan directly through software. This technology eliminates the need for physical SIM cards, making it easier to switch carriers or plans. The embedded SIM is programmed with carrier information and can be remotely activated. Verizon uses eSIMs to enable faster network switches and seamless connectivity, particularly with its 5G network. This allows for quicker transitions between different service plans or even temporary international roaming. The activation process involves scanning a QR code provided by Verizon or using the My Verizon app to download an eSIM profile. This profile contains your account information and network settings. For security reasons, the eSIM profile must match your device's IMEI number, which is a unique identifier for your phone. This prevents unauthorized activations and ensures the profile is installed on the correct device. The increasing adoption of eSIMs is a key trend, with Verizon reporting a 40% year-over-year increase in eSIM activations since 2024. This growth is driven by the convenience and flexibility that eSIM technology provides. Before diving deeper into troubleshooting, let's perform some initial checks to resolve common eSIM transfer issues. First, ensure your device's firmware is up to date. An outdated firmware can cause compatibility issues during the transfer. Next, verify that your Verizon account is in good standing and that the original SIM is still active. Incomplete account verification or deactivation of the original SIM prematurely can halt the transfer. Finally, you can use the transfer readiness test in the My Verizon app, which was added after the iPhone 15 Pro transfer fiasco, to detect potential issues before attempting the transfer. Several common scenarios lead to eSIM transfer failures. One frequent issue involves transferring from a physical SIM to an eSIM or between eSIMs on different devices. Another occurs when porting from another carrier, like AT&T or T-Mobile, to Verizon. To address these, ensure cross-carrier compatibility by manually reassigning the eSIM profile if necessary. A documented case study by Consumer Reports showed that this can resolve activation delays due to incompatible network bands. For device-to-device transfers, ensure the source device is properly deactivated. If the initial troubleshooting steps don't resolve your Verizon eSIM transfer issue, it's time to contact Verizon support. Start by using the My Verizon app, which features enhanced troubleshooting tools that can detect transfer-related errors in real time. If the app cannot resolve the problem, contact Verizon customer support directly. When reaching out, be prepared to provide your account details, the IMEI number of your device, and a clear description of the issue you're experiencing. Verizon has significantly improved its resolution time from days to hours, partly due to AI-powered chatbots that can quickly diagnose transfer issues. This innovation is expected to reduce support tickets by 50% by 2028. Network compatibility plays a critical role in successful eSIM transfers. Your device must support Verizon's specific network bands to ensure seamless connectivity and avoid mismatches that can cause transfer failures. Security protocols are equally important. eSIM technology relies on encryption standards developed by the GSMA to protect against unauthorized activations and ensure data integrity during transfers. However, transfers can still fail if the source device isn't properly deactivated beforehand. This leads to security protocol errors that prevent the new eSIM profile from activating correctly. To improve success rates, make sure your device is unlocked and not tied to another carrier. Initiating transfers during peak hours also helps, as this ensures better availability of Verizon's support systems. To avoid future eSIM transfer problems, follow these best practices. First, always update your device's firmware before attempting a transfer. This ensures compatibility with Verizon's latest eSIM protocols. Second, ensure your Verizon account is in good standing. Check for any outstanding balances or suspended services that could block the transfer process. Third, properly deactivate the source device or physical SIM. This prevents conflicts during the eSIM activation and ensures a clean transfer. Fourth, initiate transfers during off-peak hours. Verizon support is more responsive and network congestion is lower, reducing the chance of errors. Finally, use the My Verizon app's transfer readiness test before starting. This built-in tool checks your device and account for potential issues. Remember, expert opinions and statistics suggest that 60% of eSIM transfer issues are user-side, attributable to improper setup rather than carrier faults. By following these steps, you can ensure a smooth and seamless eSIM transfer experience with Verizon.